Hello, my friend. How are you? Happy Tuesday. This is the Tuesday Talk, and I'm coming to you from Sydney. It was a sunny day, beautiful day, a little bit cold, but a really good day. Lots of good stuff are happening, and I wanted to come online to say hi and talk to you about a very uncommon topic. And that's about how to unlearn and what to unlearn some stuff that we no longer need if we want to go to a higher position, if we want to be that person that is seen, the right person for the next level. So here is the couple of things that I have prepared for you. Before that, just so you know that you're in the right place, the stuff that I'll be talking about is some of experiences that you might have currently at workplace. Here is, for example, a couple of things that you could have seen or you have experienced. If you are the one that is the solution provider in the team that you are or in the space that you are, but someone else will get the acting role when the boss leaves. You know, when boss leaves, out of the message that they put on their inbox auto response that says, if I'm not here, please talk to so and so. And though you are that person that has been doing a lot of great work in the office, but someone else is the boss's replacement, that's a scenario that you might consider. You might need to change a few things, unlearn a few things, and learn new stuff to be able to be that person that when boss is away, you are the go-to person. Another example, another scenario is when you are the person that brings the solution to everything, but you're not getting invited to the decision-making table. That is also another sign that there are certain things that you need to unlearn. Also, you're in a good place if you are one of those people that believes in career path by design and you want to know a few years ahead, what do I need to do to be able to be seen as a person that is the right person to lead the teams, lead bigger positions, lead bigger initiatives. So with that, first one is something that is known, conflict resolution, but it's one of the things that you need to be careful. Conflict resolution in your team. You need to unlearn that one. Instead, you need to bring your focus on conflict resolution and bringing alignment between departments and between different stakeholders and entities. Traditionally, you're really good at getting job done by bringing people together around the solution for a specific task that you were given. This time, when you want to think about higher position, you need to put that one aside. Instead of looking inside in the team, you need to look between departments, between entities. So here's your cue to know if you are looking inward or you are actually acting, operating like a senior leader. I want you to check and see last time there was a conflict. Was it inside the team that you stepped in and you solved it? Or it was between the two business units or between you and the vendor? Where was it? Where was your focus at? Second one is the risk aversion. So it's really good. We are the ones that when we are delivering a piece of work, we're senior manager, we are responsible not only to deliver it, but also deliver it with minimum risk for business. That's something that you need to unlearn. When you become a leader, you're all about calculated risk and innovation. You need to keep this business. You need to be seen as a person that brings something new, brings new ideas, brings new tools, new methods to be able to grow this business, to be able to keep this business alive. If you're focused only on mitigating risks that are related to one piece of work, great, but not enough. I need to say this one. When I say unlearning something, well, I don't mean that just disregard that skill. I'm saying unlearning to see that one as your core skill set and learn something else to be your focus and your something that you want to be proud of or you want to be promoting yourself for. So that's my definition of unlearning. Of course, some of those skill sets, you already have them and they might come handy later on. But if you're not seen as a senior person and you still kept at a doing level, these are the things that you need to shift your focus, or in my language, unlearn them and focus on something else. And these are the comparisons. Another thing that is important that you need to put aside is the concept of being localized versus global. A lot of us working in either small companies that they work with a lot of large companies or a lot of the smaller companies, or we work in global companies and large enterprises. Either way, we are always in a ecosystem. So if you are talking about a local company, if you're talking about this space only, you're seen as a person that this is your scope of understanding. As opposed to when you are a leader, you need to be able to see bigger picture. You need to see all the elements. You need to be able to see your stakeholders, your vendors, other entities that they work with you in entire value chain, or they are working in conjunction with you, in parallel with you. Your ability to see these stuff and talk about it and bring it to your language, that shows that you have leveled up and you can be seen as a leader. Another thing to unlearn. The concept of being specialized. You need to put that one completely aside. I know it's odd, but we spend a lot of time to say what we are specialized and what are we good at. And we need to unlearn that. Well, you need to be good at something, but also you need to be able to have general business knowledge. You need to understand what's happening in other business units, cross department, what's the overall strategy of the business, and what's happening, and what other skill is needed in other parts. That's a broad skill set. If you still pride yourself in being good at one function, it's good, but that's exactly how you will be seen. If you are seen as someone that has multiple skill set, has multiple ending of what's going on in customer service team, what's going on in the product team, what's going on in sales and growth team, this skill will help you to be seen as a leader. That shows that you are ready to level up and either lead multiple teams that they are not of the same function, or you are the person that different groups of people from different business units can come to you to get guidance, to come for solutions, or to build connections with. Here's your cue to know if you are still operating as a specialist or you are working as a person that brings all these spaces together. One example that I have that really put this one, before I give you the example, before I give you the cue, one example that I have, it's an analogy that I really love that it's not really businessy, but I want you to think of specialist versus broader skill set across the business as tiger and lion. So see, tiger is really good at, going for what they need to hunt and getting it. No questions. Lion also is that. However, lions work in a pride. They live in a pride. They are part of a group. If you're a lion or a lioness, it's not just about hunt. Of course, you're good at it, but also it's about how to keep the pride together, how to look after the cubs, knowing where we are, what's our territory. So they have higher understanding of bigger understanding of just doing the hunt. And that's the simplest way I can explain a specialist versus leader across the business, broader skill set, because you need to have a little bit more than just one focus area. I'm going to go do this one, and I'm really great at this, and I'm just going to do that. This is fun, and I always ask you to think about, are you a tiger here, or have you been a lion? Have you brought everyone together? Have you looked at different skill set? Have you seen what different business units are working on? And the cue is exactly that. Do you know what's going on in different business units? Do you know what's their OKRs? Do you know what's their objective? Do you know what's their quarterly or annual plans? And you might say, but Shireen, I'm only doing this part. Why do I need to talk about something or know about other stuff? And you might say, but I don't even have the opportunity to talk about those stuff or being involved. And here is my tip for you. Of course, you're working on a small piece, your project, your program, or your product, no problem. Great. When you are presenting, when you are talking about that, instead of saying, oh, I'm doing this one, thank you, this is great, I'm going to go, you're going to say how this piece fits with the rest of the organization. You know the high level plan, you know what's happening in other business units, and this piece is going to connect to how it's going to connect to the rest of the organization, to overarching plan, and to the roadmap, how it's contributing and is connected to other business units. That's how you demonstrate you know more than just this piece. You have understanding of more than your just patch. These are the things that you need to change in your language. Firstly, on your focus areas, where you're focusing on. Second, in your language. Your language is the most important thing that you have. I work a lot with my clients that they talk about the piece of work that they have been doing, but in a language that demonstrates they understand more than just this. You might be in a kitchen and just peeling potatoes. But if you know how it's cooked, how it's presented, which dishes goes to, and how many guests are in this restaurant, and what's the revenue of this restaurant, you will be talking differently about that. And you will be looking to improve that process in a different way. That is the part that is coming from unlearning being a specialist and being someone with a broader skill set. That's all I have for you for today. If you have found this interesting and you are able to find out some of those items that you need to unlearn, I want you to work on them. If you want help to actually implement them, definitely drop me a note, a DM. I'm somewhere here. You know where you can find me. I'll work with you, and I will make sure that by few minor changes in your resume, in your presence, in your language, in your report that you present to senior exec, you will be able to change their perception of you. You're already good at what you do. If you are on this call, you definitely are aware that something needs to be changed. And I can tell you, my friend, there is a way to change that. Thank you so much for your time. Drop me a call, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye.